first we're going to go over some stationary movements. We'll start with the most basic, air squat. So, Ty, we're going to have you stand, feet slightly turned out, shoulder width apart. Yep, and then we're going to try to stay nice and upright in the squat. So, I'm going to have you squat down, stay as upright as possible, put those arms out to balance, and you can let those knees kind of come forward as long as they're tracking over the toes. So go ahead and continue to come up and down. So he's staying nice and upright right here. Hips are getting below the knees, which is good. If you don't have that range of motion, just go down as far as you feel comfortable. And he's kind of the common errors that we see, is go ahead and do another one, is they're bent over here. People kind of lose that right there. They're bent over. So do your best to pull those shoulders back and stay nice and upright in that squat. Next, we have a trunk twist. So we're going to have you stand, arms out, palms up, feet a little bit wider, and just turn that trunk side to side. I like to call this one the self-adjustment.
That way you don't have to come and see me.
Yeah, you just come see me. And all we're doing is we're just trying to loosen everything up in the core. And so you can go a little bit faster now.
Okay.
A little bit more dynamic there. And another thing we can do is kind of bend over at the hips. Right here, as long as you're pulling those shoulders back and staying active, almost like a golf swing. Arms out and get a good twist there. Alright, so that's the trunk twist. Next we have hip circles. So we're going to stay in that position, hands on the hips, and we're just going to make big circles going both directions. So we're going to push those hips out to the side, push that pelvis forward, way out to the other side. And we're going to go a little bit quicker now and just make those hips, those circles as big as possible. And then go back the other direction. And so we're just kind of doing a demonstration now. We're only doing a few at a time. A good general rule for all these is 10 reps. Do everything 10 times and that'll get you where you need to be. Alright, arm swing. So we're going to open up the shoulder joints here. Arms out, palms up. We're just going to start small and then really try to open that chest up way across the body. And so try to reach way across. You can even slap the back. Open that up as much as possible. And then we're going to go right into arm circles. Arms out, palms up. Start small. Going forward. Working a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. And then do some really big ones. Just really try to open those up. Same thing going backwards. So start out, arms out, palms up. Start small. Into medium. Into big ones. Alright, and another one that kind of really helps gets the lat stretched out is we're just going to go up here like this. Interlace the fingers towards the ceiling. Try not to be lazy with it. Stand right here. Try to really reach that up. You'll feel it pull down in the lats here. And we're just going to have you go from side to side. Go down. Hold that. 1, 2, 3. Back over. 1, 2, 3. And just continue doing that. And try to increase the range of motion each time you go. 5 times each side is probably good for this one.
And with that one, Tony, you're saying get the head forward, arms behind the head.
Correct. You want to get it, you don't want to be right here. You just want to kind of get it up there so everything's stacked up over the shoulders. You don't need to try to reach way back with it, but you want everything in line, stacked up over the shoulders, the hips, the ankles, the knees. And that is it for the stationary movements.
Sounds good. And those are great. I love those because, as you can see, by just doing those movements, I got my whole body working together rather than having to try to stretch one muscle at a time to get you ready for your workout.